This video discusses how to create a rule set for a class. In particular, how to fulfill the requirement on the homework as to create a container division that contains everything and then rewrite a rule set for that container division. So the requirement here is to have a container division that contains everything. So let's see how we can do that. Let's flip over to our HTML code. And so to create that, what we have to do is right when we start body, we want to create a division. So we do a div, and then we'll say class equals, and then the name will be container. So that will be a container division. And then we want to put the /div at the end right before body. So now we have a container division that has everything. So we put this at the beginning and that at the end. So now the container division contains everything. Now what we want to do, and the purpose of all of this exercise, is to write a rule set for this particular class. So we want a class selector that starts with .container. Because we called it class container, this is going to be .container, okay? So, and then the requirement is that the container rule set sets back, color, max, width, and margin. So let's look how we do that. So we go over to our CSS styles, and we should probably put in the background here what we're doing so we can see that everything looks correct. Okay, so now we're going to have a container division, and this container division, we want to set the max width of it. So let's set the max width to, let's say, 90%. So it will only take up 90% of the screen. We want to set a background color, and let's just take Azure. So you'll notice that that took that it made everything except that the 10% of the screen turn to Azure. And then the final thing we want to do is set it in the center of the screen, and we'll set it in the center of the screen by saying margin auto. Now watch what happens when I say auto. It will change from all the way on the left to in the center of the screen. So basically that's what we did, and so that's it for this particular requirement. Problem is that once I did that, it's side by side, but there's not enough room. So if that happens to you, what you need to do is go back and adjust something here. So perhaps maybe we'll make this 25% instead of 30%, and then it will indeed show up on that side. So if adjusting this causes your side and article not to be side by side, then you need to just go back in here and adjust the width here.